Hey guys, my name is Bryce. So, you guys have seen the previous video with a link here to see the review of this set where it's Batman vs. Superman and the DC Comics Superheroes set, which had a ton of stuff jam-packed into it. But now what I want to try and do is I'm going to be weighing the set, not including all the little excess accessories, because that's just more room to cheat. I'm going to be just weighing these guys out to see in direct ounces how much material I have to work with to revise this set. There we are, so we're zeroed in. We're at 2.5 ounces. That is not much to work with. Now, this time around, I want to show you guys what my own interpretation of this is. So without further ado, here is the reveal. Okay, so now that Superman's back in focus, let's go over it. So the most obvious part is that it's certainly more elevated. It's got like a nice gothic, medieval sort of stained glass window thing going on from a set which, you know, maybe some of you might remember, but in any case it was from like an old castle set, but it actually sort of fit the look of Gotham and just sort of its older churches and sort of old traditional buildings better. So I thought I'd include that. And the main reason why I considered having this elevated, besides the fact that, you know, this is supposed to be some sort of rooftop scene from the looks of the box, just in how it's sort of on that corner there, I was just really inspired basically by how well this super jumper works. I mean, the height you can get on it is phenomenal. So that's pretty great. And I think it's kind of a fun game too. Like, even if you don't do it quite on the first try, it's still like a fun thing to practice to try and get Superman up here. It's also much easier to sort of bust this turret off if you kind of play your cards right with Superman. Okay, so that didn't work quite on the first try, but nevertheless, he certainly has that, you know, forceful little punch to him. Of course, much like the other set, he can sort of cast that aside and take on Batman. And as you had seen before in the previous set, Batman can try and counter Superman's affront. Also added a miniature handhold. I imagine there's going to be some point in which Batman is clinging for dear life, so he can hang on over there while theoretically upset, very evil Superman is sort of staring down at him and kind of weighing his options and what he feels like doing at the moment, considering there's a giant crate of kryptonite next to him. These two probably are not in the best relations right now. I just made it symmetrical to have the bat signal here and everything, but also nevertheless it's much easier to sort of aim in different directions as well, and you can even fire it straight forward over at Superman, for example, as a counterattack, even though it might not go as planned. It's nevertheless a slightly altered playset. There's a lot of things I really wanted to keep, especially knowing that I imagine this turret would have some significance to the movie, and also knowing that this sort of general scene shouldn't deviate too much if it turns out to be a very sort of pivotal scene. If not, and it was totally made up, I might try and do another interpretation of this for another day. It certainly makes for a much more dramatic scene, even though it's very clearly a very gappy set. I know kids are going to be able to use their imagination, or, you know, if they're lucky enough to have a previous Lego set before this, find a way to sort of fill in this space here. Alright guys, this is the moment of truth. Time to zero in our food scale. Here we are, so we're zeroed in, and let's take Superman and Batman over here. Showing up at 2.5 on the dot. Wow, that was close, but I'm happy I got there. That's pretty encouraging. And that pretty much concludes my set revision. I hope you guys liked the video, and next week I'll be doing a very interesting Nexo Knights little set revision, so look forward to that. And thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.